This is my final note to the world. I am tired and taking myself out of the war. I have been in the trenches for so many years, just trying to wake people up. I thought that I could make a difference, but I was wrong. It is a shame what is happening to our world. Everyone is so divided, and it is not by accident, it is by design. There are forces both outside and inside of our country that are deliberately trying to pit us against one another with lies and propaganda, with the ultimate goal to cause civil unrest throughout all races and religions. This is a dangerous game being played by the world's elite to usher in their version of the perfect world. What they do not seem to understand is that once a man has tasted freedom, he will not give it up without a fight. God help us all for what comes next. The disinformants of the mass media are stoking the fires of hate and discontent between both major parties, Republican and Democrat alike, and the sheep are taking it all in as if it were their favorite soap opera and not a serious matter that could spark off a civil war. Liberals versus conservatives. The internet is being used to profile you as we speak, such as if you do not agree with what you're told and speak out about it, you become a radical that needs to be watched for possible terrorist activity. You are being deliberately distracted to keep you from seeing what is going on around you. Most of you do not even care to know the truth, and the ones who do may not be able to handle the information. Be very aware of your surroundings and do not fall for any false flags. Conspiracy theories repeated by you all give you the reputation of a crackpot, but the fact that someone is trying to convince everyone that there is or is not a God, or that there is or is not a new world order, or that there is or is not a government conspiracy, or that there is or is not aliens, or that there is or is not secret societies trying to dominate the world, is in itself a conspiracy to convince you of something or simply mess with your head. Either way, there is an information war going on that has the final goal of gaining control for someone. I have said this before: follow the money. If there is a civil war in America, everyone on the planet loses. We are the last beacon of freedom to the world. This is why so many wish to be here instead of their homeland. There is only one reason for people of the world to starve to death, and that would be to decrease the population of the world to a more manageable number. This is simply wrong, and we as humans should not allow this, yet we do, with exception of the few missionaries that risk life and limb to go to help and receive for their efforts. Break walls at every turn. The elite do not want these people saved, otherwise it would be done. If you think that I am crazy, think about how many years this has been going on, yet it still happens. Also think about a religion that would say strap a bond to yourself and blow up the infidel and you get to go to heaven. This practice does not discriminate. It kills children, women and men of all ages whose only crime was to bag their own beliefs. Powerful men stand to gain massive wealth, scaring people into the global warming lie. With this comes more power for the government. It was my hope that people would wake up all over the world much sooner and hold their elected officials accountable, but so far this just has not happened fast enough. We do not need nor want a one world government. We need Britain to be Britain, China to be China, Russia to be Russia, America to be America, and so on down the line. And we need to work together, but without the separation and checks and balances. Then it is all hail to the king, and you have no rights and no freedom. I have done all that I can. My life force grows shorter by each passing day, and my body feels all the adventure of a lifetime of spy versus spy. I have attempted to open your eyes and ears and free your minds to making your own decisions based on the facts presented to you. It is up to you now. Stay awake or go back to sleep. Know that if you go back to sleep, the world you wake up to next will not be the one you had now, and most certainly not the one you want. The price for freedom is eternal vigilance. If the atheists are right and there is no God, then we are all screwed. But if I am right in my belief and there is a God, this story has a happy ending. But either way, we have to live in the here and now, and I am telling you from all the research that I have done all these years, we as a people are in for a rude awakening of epic proportions. I am by nature a people-loving man and despise hate of any kind. War should be used as a very last resort when all else has failed, and then only in defense of your country. Yet these days it is used for much more. Be aware that 2012 has a great significance, but not for what everyone thinks. Remember back to the Y2K, it was only a test to see how we the people would react. We passed the test and did exactly as predicted. Unfortunately, we the people can be read like a book. This serves the elite, however. slows them down in their agenda. All funds are in place and the game has begun. These next elections will bring everything to a critical mass. Do not fall for a false flag. This is what the elite are counting on. Civil unrest is part of the plan. Be prepared. And keep your eyes and ears wide open. If it stinks, chances are it is indeed rotten. If you hear the words massive election fraud, then my friends, I am afraid it is too late and time to lock and load and defend our nation with the courts before the guns. Otherwise we all lose. The plan has been set in motion and there is only one way to stop it, and that is with wisdom, knowledge, and informing each other with the truth. And if this fails, may God help us all. It will spiral out of control too. Our worst case scenario, to put it in plain terms, if we fight each other we give them power of martial law, but if we stand united against the tyranny we retain the power given to us by God and preserved by the founding fathers of this great nation. Study the solar cycles, prepare for all possibilities, as the elite have already done and are still doing so. This is very serious. The way that we react will define the outcome of these next few years and the future of all mankind. Once again, I wish everyone well and may God be with us all.